Hey yo, they tell me keep pushing. Leave them no more options, they can't say they ain't looking. Flood them with your music till they finally start booking. When they ask about us, we gon' say that we took it.
Welcome to the podcast. That's not really a podcast, but it is. It's not our gaming podcast, but it's a podcast where we just update you with the weekly information. This one will probably be a lot more recent or a lot more frequent than the current videos about the gaming podcast that we're usually doing. So welcome to the first episode of Elite Forge Lounge. With me today, I got my boy D Montreal. Say what's up to the people.
What up, everybody?
And my other boy, Virtual Ghost. Say what's up to the people.
Hi. How are you?
Already. Cutting up already.
Hey, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect. I'm telling you. They're gonna love the personalities. They're gonna love the personalities.
Alright, and starting off, I just want to give quick information out the way and pay our respects to a very talented Japanese actor. Keiji Fujiwara passed away at 55 years old. I think it was yesterday. If you don't know some of the things that he did the Japanese voice for Axel, Reno in the current Final Fantasy VII Remake, Arden from Final Fantasy 15, and probably one of the more underrated protagonists, Holland Novak from Eureka 7. Those are the only ones that I know.
Man, that was a good-ass fucking anime. Sorry.
Nah, you
good-ass fucking anime.
But I just want to pay our respects to him, because I did watch some of those in Japanese, so your voice will be missed, and I hope that his family is doing good during this time, especially with all the craziness that is going on. Now,
everybody, please remember to stay safe out here. Like, straight up, it's all funny games over here, but this is a serious time. Please.
You was close. You said, what, 55?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 55 from cancer.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, guys. So, just know it might not have been Corona, but like seriously, take it serious. Please, shut yourselves in and play plenty of video games, okay?
Oh, and
listen to music, you know.
Back to that. You said he died yesterday?
If I'm not mistaken, it was yesterday or Wednesday.
No, it's kind of sad because he died April 12th, 2 days after the remake came out.
So why is it just now trending? Oh, see,
I don't know.
It probably didn't catch traction until like just now.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, a lot of people don't know who the voices behind some of their favorite characters are, and that's gonna be a big thing. So they have to, pick up on that kind of stuff as it comes in.
Okay, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man.
That's crazy. Did the voice of the game that everybody been waiting on.
Oh yeah, man.
At least he got to see it, release.
Yeah, he got to see it first. He got to see his work first, and then that's
2 days
something
later.
that a lot of people don't get to do.
Right.
Think about like Montium, who, we're gonna get into Ruby, as controversial as this topic is, but I guess this is where we're going now since we're talking about famous creators that have died. Montium, died right before the beginning of season 3 came out, and his works Haloid, there's Shadow, his works Haloid, Dead Fantasy, stuff like that will never be completed because we lost someone so talented early on.
Please don't bring up Dead Fantasy. I'm still hurt that it didn't end, it didn't finish. I was like, bro, I was getting to the good part, and
and I know
it's gone, bro.
Playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, I know I wasn't the only one. And Reno, Gary G shit too.
Oh yeah. Straight up.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't had no problems with that man.
Don't worry about what he's saying, because he's an exception since he playing this first time he playing the game and whatnot.
Reno gave me G shit.
Reno was not a fucking joke though. Like, that fight was actually one of my favorite ones, and him and Rude together is a ridiculous.
Oh my fight, goodness, we is not gonna talk about that. I was like,
Rude out.
Made me mad.
I took Rude out first.
Nah,
you
bro.
had to. I took Reno had other stuff. Nah, man. Rude was the person that would keep you from finishing your combos.
Yeah.
It got personal with Reno. It got personal.
Oh, I had to scoop him out there by himself, bro.
I'm gonna just let everybody know when that fight started and I knew I was fighting both of them. I switched straight to Tifa. I was like combos
Oh, of
for
course.
days.
You need
yeah.
speed.
Oh,
You need
yeah.
speed. You need speed.
Oh
on
yeah.
Bruh, I messed.
That's who beat Reno.
was about to
Dude,
say.
Tifa beat most of my. Let me tell you something. Tifa ended up beating Sephiroth, like one of the fights in there before it was just Cloud versus him by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ended up beating him because he was aiming for Cloud, of course. There's aggro on him, regardless of what I did. So it's just like, okay, obviously Cloud's gonna have to defend himself right now.
Yeah, bro. I
He fight for
realized that
himself.
Sephiroth AI was a little bit smart because he like
Oh, yeah.
if I kept switching characters, he kept targeting the characters I was switching
Oh,
to,
yeah.
and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, so he's not completely dumb. All right.
No,
Cool.
no,
hell
no.
no.
And then the fact that you had to finish up the last bit of that fight before that meteor hit you. You was
Right.
on some
Ooh,
edge.
wait, whoa,
there.
whoa, 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 whoa,
You was on
whoa,
some edge, bro.
whoa. Spoiler alert. Deontay, did you beat it?
Dude, have you played the first one?
No,
You
like,
played the
he's
first
on the final
Um,
boss right now, but
yeah.
I
So
don't
they-
want to.
Did you play the original one though?
No. This
Oh,
is actually
okay.
the first time.
Well,
Yeah,
that-
I didn't get into Final Fantasy until 10.
Okay, that's not bad. Well, I mean, that's not something that's really spoiling it because that's a bigger thing in the
Original
story that's
scene.
really everybody knows about the whole meteor thing is the biggest part of the story. So I'm not really spoiling anything by saying that, but yeah,
Yeah, I didn't want to.
that's something that had to happen, and that's something that happened in the original game as well during the boss fight. So because they're changing it now, I'm not even spoiling anything. It's part of the fight, which I don't think it's gonna be a lot different now anyway. So.
Yeah. I
But
feel
for
it.
those who have not beaten the game or gotten to the final boss battle, I am sorry for spoiling that for you. But that's a tip that's gonna help you, straight up.
I was gonna say they were spoiling 15 things that changed all on YouTube today.
Dude, I watched it afterwards. I was like, let me just see what's different now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if we can really consider it being spoiled because everybody's like, you should have been played the game, and I'm like, some people didn't
Not
have
really.
that luxury.
The game didn't age that well. The original port did not age well, so this is a whole completely different experience, and I can understand if people never wanted to play the first one because the first one is a different game. And honestly, I will say that for as difficult as this game can be, the first one's still probably harder.
I agree.
Mm,
I mean, because it's more
I can see
strategy.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm like, on this one, you
First-
can kind of swing and you could actually dodge all the
Mhm.
attacks, and you know.
Right. You have more control versus, the original turn-based strategy where they
And
dodge don't random.
skills.
They dodge randomly, so you just might have to take the whole blunt of that attack, and if it's almost a one-hit kill, I feel bad for you. So at least you don't have to worry about that. They still have those kinds of attacks in there, but at least you have some better control there.
Right. I really didn't even have this on the show notes. This one just kind of popped up. But to move on, before we move on, Shadow, say what's up to the people.
Hello, gentlemen.
It's not just us though. You're speaking to the crowd. You're speaking to his family.
This man.
Well,
I don't have any
if me
fans
and-
yet. I ain't famous like this guy over here.
Famous. That's what we calling it?
Hey, you Facebook famous. I'm not Facebook famous, bro.
I don't know about that. I don't be on Facebook. Everybody be waiting for me to post something. But alright, switching subjects. I had something. Oh! I was waiting to talk about this. So, Jump Force has announced that 2020 is the year. They're coming back for vengeance. They're gonna make their comeback. Switch port of Jump Force is released, and they already had to, drop Shoto Todoroki for the DLC. How we feeling about that, boys? Greatest fighting game ever.
Sounds like releasing in 2020 is a perfect year because 2020's been canceled. They just didn't get the memo.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
What he said. I am all about that whole statement. All of it. All
That was a
of
good
it.
one.
But let's talk about it. You think the Switch is gonna make Jump Force relevant again? Because I'm not gonna lie.
Hell no.
Well,
No.
personally, we had this conversation, me and you did. I feel like it would be much better on the Switch than a fucking console.
It looked like a Switch game that was upscaled with higher shaders for a console.
That's exactly what he said. And I was like, I might
So
actually
this-
cop it on the Switch because it'll be something to play while I'm waiting to get off of work.
And it's
Man,
crazy.
Smash Bros. You got that.
I mean, I do.
And it's crazy because I did not know it was coming on the Switch, and I seen the trailer until he Mr. Dread said,
Ah,
did you look closely?
DiMaggio couldn't even
Nah.
finish the trailer. He was done before the trailer ended.
They didn't show they showed Todoroki at the end, and they didn't show shit. So I just like, you know, fuck it. They ain't showing it. They just showing previews of what's all everybody was there, they fighting, but they ain't showing the main person who's supposed to be headlining.
Right.
So
Oh,
You
y'all
still
don't want
forget
my-
it.
y'all don't
So,
want my,
what do you think
so-
was the biggest reason why Jump Force failed?
Um,
Oh my god.
overhype and bad execution.
I feel that.
I'm gonna wait to go last on this whole thing.
Okay. One thing that I was thinking, I was like, I think the reason why it failed, definitely overhyped. Like everybody thought this was gonna be like the greatest fighting game for anime based ever. Like, and then
Oh my God.
it's funny because most of the people that were saying that, oh, I'm about to expose Way Too Lifted, DiMaggio. I don't know who else said it, so they might be safe.
I mean,
But I remember when we
You
was
can't-
watching E3 in the group chat, and
I don't know. I'm finna say this. You can't really say that you're gonna expose me. Yeah, I wanted to play it, but did I buy it? No. You
no,
bought it.
you didn't buy it,
I
but I
know.
think you was. No, let me finish. Let me
I'm
finish.
finna say this.
Okay.
You
You
gonna let
bought
him talk?
it.
You gonna let him talk?
Yeah. Now, like, you bought it. I downloaded it. Yeah, I played it, but then after that,
Drop
you
that
and
shit.
Cole, you
Quick,
and
fast,
Cole,
and hurry.
you and Cole still played it. I deleted the game, and I was like, fuck it.
He dropped
I
that shit.
can't-
No,
quick,
we
fast,
played it on day
Yeah,
2
I
of
can-
release to fight each other. That was it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but y'all,
That's all it took.
but y'all was
That's
still
all it took.
playing though way before I got off of it. Like I got
Oh,
off of it, I was like,
hold
yeah,
up.
that was it.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm exposing Cole too, even though we said we got over it.
Y'all downloaded, y'all both bought it
No,
at the
no,
same
no.
time.
Hold up. All right, let me start from the beginning. Let me start how this game was announced at E3. It was announced at E3. Way Too Lifted, and DiMaggio was like, "Oh, we got all the
Yeah.
anime characters. This
Yeah,
game's
I'm
gonna
not
be
gonna lie.
dope." I was like,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not impressed yet.
Cause you know what I'm saying. I ain't never, y'all play J Star. I haven't. So
No.
this was kind of like new to me.
Way
So
Too
I was
Lifted
just
didn't
like,
play
okay.
J Stars either. That was
So I was just looking at it. I'm like, damn, she look dope as fuck. I'm like, fuck with it. Then after I just kept seeing it. I kind of drift away
Oh
from it.
man, oh man.
Yeah,
Then that's when you and Cole you told me about Jump Force. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna download it and see what he's talking about.
and then I was the main one saying, "I'm gonna wait for it sell.
No.
But nah, Cole was like, "Bro, it's not as bad as everybody thinks." And then we played it, bro. 2 hours later, he was like, "I'm sorry, I made you buy this game. It is as bad as everybody thought." I was like,
The campaign was boring.
You should have knew that was all going to happen, man. I mean,
Like,
when was the
I
last
couldn't-
time a Storm game was good?
So,
the first one.
like, let me.
I'm just gonna say that because every arena fighter has kind of fallen short. So
Let-
that one was
Well-
trying to get the hype off being no.
Let me-
I was
Go ahead,
like,
get
it
ahead.
wasn't like necessarily good, but I did enjoy the Ninja Storm series.
I kind
No,
of
I said the last few Ninja Storms fell short. Like, I think from Storm 2, like after that, they were like,
I think what made me drift away from it, I kind of got Xenoverse vibes from it, and I was just like,
No, not for
Uh-huh.
Ninja Storm. For Shinobi
no,
Strikers.
no, I'm talking about no, I'm talking about Jump Force. I had like Xenoverse, and I was like,
Oh,
I don't want to go through this again, so I just like fuck it.
yeah, most definitely. The story, the getting the equipment, that you got to grind certain missions for it. It was basically Xenoverse
Boring
with a
as fuck.
4K shader thrown on all the anime characters that they could fit at the time.
I could tolerate with Xenoverse, but that I could not tolerate it. It was just so fucking boring.
All right, let me in here. I'm gonna go ahead and break this down
Go for it.
because
Let
I
'em
did
know,
not buy
Ghost.
this
True.
game.
Let them
I
know.
think you're
not-
true.
I did not buy this game, and I'm gonna sound like the hater. As much as I love anime, I'm gonna sound like the hater. That
You
game
really
is
hating if it's
garbage.
trash?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hate if it's true, but like, I'm just be straight up. That game is trash, okay? And I'm gonna say it because it needs to be said. Just because you put a bunch of anime characters in a game does not make it the Ultimate Fighter, okay? They went for straight fan service on it, which I don't mind, but the roster was lackluster, like we talked about earlier prior to the podcast in the first place. On top of that, I may not have been a big fan of Jump Superstars, but I played Jump Force is what this one. I played Jump Superstars and Jump Ultimate Stars, which are on the Game Boy Advance and the DS, which are what this game came from, essentially, what it came from in the first place. And those games are fantastic. I'm gonna say this: the game, as cool as it kind of looks, the game is still kind of ugly to a degree. Just because I don't like how
animation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's part of it. On top of that, just that the texture coloring that they have on the characters, they all just
Look
they have
metallic.
yeah, they all look metallic for some reason. I don't care for that. That does not look good. On top of that, let's be real. As much as I like the idea of Arena Fighter, I don't like how these camera shifts when you're playing Arena Fighters.
Ooh,
I hate
yeah.
that's the one biggest thing that's always bothered me, because if you're having two people play this game on the same screen, that works at a disadvantage to the person that's not winning that match. They're having to put their inputs in a
From an
not
opposite
even
direction.
a regular way, like a completely different way. It's different from like playing the opposite direction, because you do that in Tekken, you do that in any 2D fighter like Street Fighter. It's not the same thing. The camera's completely
No,
if you're
I
not-
get you.
yeah.
You got to think about looking like, okay, I got to go to my character's left. So you hit left, and you're like, shit, no, I meant to hit right. So
right.
it's
It's
stuff like that.
completely it's I don't like that. I think the game could have used a fuck ton more polish prior to it coming out, because they released it just to get it out the door so they could get the sales off of it. And of course, you know, anime
They
fans,
actually did do it quick
I
though.
mean,
they did.
and
They released it quick.
it's
They
sad
did,
to
and-
say that that's what they do to anime games all
Mhm.
the time. They all kind of get rushed out. So
Right,
they
and-
rush
Yeah.
out to capitalize on the hype,
Mhm.
because if they take too long, hype dwindles and
Mhm.
nobody buys it because they start seeing the flaws in it because they've been talking about the trailers too much.
Right.
Oh, but do you
And-
know why that they're getting rushed out though? Like,
I mean, budget's not the greatest, and then licensing for the characters and things like that.
Right. But the thing
there's
is,
it's a little bit more, but I'll let
Yeah.
you finish, Virtual.
The thing is, like, not only are we rushing, but the problem that I see with a lot of it on top of that is that, you know, people don't think with their wallets very frequently. It's on that chair over there, babe. People don't think with their wallets very frequently. So
And then they money on
unfortunately,
the
a lot
thought
of people, true, but a lot of people that are anime fans rush to the idea of just there being another arena fighter, not thinking about, well, is this game actually going to be good? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they get excited for their favorite anime character being in the game, but they don't ever want to stop and consider, is this really worth my money though? You know? Because as much as I love the anime fandom and for what it's evolved into, people are stands. They just stand by something regardless of whether it's good or not sometimes. And I'm not talking about any particular series, but, you know, that applies to stuff that has anime themes around it too. They'll just buy it just because it has something to do with anime. I'm like, y'all gotta stop doing that, you know? Invest into what you want.
Let me
If you're
put
gonna
it
buy a
this
game,
way.
you can't be mad about it later if it's garbage, you know? You should have thought about that prior to buying it.
Let me just say this: if y'all keep investing their money in these trash arena fighters, they're gonna keep putting them out.
You have to expect better.
Yeah.
You have to invest. If you want a better game, don't buy the first one that comes out as soon as they announce another arena fighter. Be like, no, I'm gonna hold off on that. If the anime fandom would do that, guaranteed these arena fighters would get a lot better, because let's be honest. Let's look at things like Budokai and Tenkaichi. Not the best fighters ever, but their systems did evolve over time and change and did improve in a lot of ways. You know, not saying, like I said, not saying those are the best fighters in the world, but they did revolutionize what they wanted to do with their arena fighters.
I love
Yeah.
Budokai.
Oh man, Budokai's the shit. Budokai's shit. Budokai 3 was my shit.
Oh, hell
Budokai
yeah.
3 was the best one, if you ask me. But
Had the best roster too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Budokai Tenkaichi
Everybody.
though.
Hell yeah.
Budokai Tenkaichi was it.
I was like,
That was the apex of how good those games were going to get, really, in my opinion.
yeah.
know?
Well, I don't know. Dragon Ball Z Fighters, they showed out. But
That-
then
that's
again,
different.
that's
That's a
Arc
2D fighter.
Systems.
That's a 2D fighter.
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah. So that doesn't, like, when I'm saying like fighters like those, I'm not talking about something like a 2D fighter that's like a Street Fighter or a Guilty Gear or a Blaze Blue or fighters, you know, stuff like that. That's different.
Yeah, I was
But
about
I
to say.
think what's hyping up Jump Force, it's just a thing. But I don't know. But RDC, they've been playing that game faithfully.
Dude, and I don't
And
knock
how many-
RDC.
I mean,
Yeah.
but they like it though, so for them it's not that
that's
bad.
what I'm saying. But you know how many people they got, man. You know when they see them, they're like, "Oh, we finna go cop this." You know what I'm saying? So I'm
But
knocking
my
them.
question is, do they fall under that kind of stand thing I was talking about, where they just follow anything anime based at that point?
No, I mean, all things considered, they like the game. Like everything, us not liking it still is
Our
heavily weighted in
opinion.
our opinion. So if
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
legit like it, I mean, I have a
It's
friend
good
who
for
plays
them,
that all the time. So
But
I
I
mean,
wouldn't
the
expect
game-
them to be playing stuff like Tekken or anything like that either, to really understand what
Yeah.
a
I
good
was about to
fighter
say,
is on
any
top of that either.
Every fighting game that I've seen them play, besides the exception of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and WWE, has been an anime fighting game. So that's
Right.
just their cup of tea. Now, my thing is, I'm not saying that arena fighters are trash, because I like arena fighters such as Def Jam. That is still my favorite arena fighter.
Man, Def Jam fight for New
man.
York. Let's.
And I was telling my brother
man.
today. I told him, I said, man, you know what? I want to play. I even want to play Vendetta. I was telling him about that. I, said, I want to pick DMX. I want to pick Joe
man.
Budden before he
Yeah,
was
man,
lying.
Joe Budden was Joe Budden was doing them dirty in that game, bro. He
I
was
wanted
doing
to
them dirty
pick
in that
him.
game, bro.
You know,
Had
back when
on
he was holding
the
his pants up
platinum
from
hoodie.
sagging, when he
Right.
was pointing at niggas with 2 fingers.
Right.
Dude, he had the red hoodie on with the black. Man, Joe Budden was my character. Him and
Oh no, I
DMX.
played with him religiously. That was my
Man.
guy. Him and Method Man, bro.
Bro,
Oh yeah.
Method
I'll play with
Man
Method Man
was
all
the
the time,
dude.
bro.
And Ludacris, bro.
Man,
Ludacris
Ludacris
was
was going
nice.
crazy.
Hey,
Going crazy in that game, bro.
I hate fighting him on Vendetta, but man, fight for New York, man. I used to stay in that nigga special for real. Throw them bows.
Every
Bruh.
time, bro. That was my, and that's why I love
No,
this
stand
special.
up. That was the name.
Stand up was
Yeah.
the name, but I was like, that's why I gotta use this every time religiously.
Like, if you wasn't using them, you wasn't playing right.
Facts. These facts. These
I
facts.
didn't even
Oh,
make another one.
so nah, cause if they gonna do it like they did, I
Nah,
don't need them to leave it alone,
fuck that
bro.
shit. Nah,
I
fuck
need
that
them to leave
shit.
it
They need to
alone,
make
bro.
another fight for New York or
Yeah,
something.
make a sequel
With,
to
with
it.
the rappers up today, what Young Thug gonna do? Come out there in a samurai dress?
Shoot, they could get the original Def Jams. They could get them.
A lot of them are not still signed to Def Jam. No,
It's
that's
gonna
the
be
only
funny when
problem.
they get
Man, but still.
Uzi Vert in there and stuff like that. That'd be hilarious.
You know they'll come back for that game.
Who gonna be the boss? 6ix9ine?
Hell no.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Come on, man. Bruh, his special move will be he'll spin around and his hair it'll spin a rainbow around him. He'll
Man,
get
that
like
nigga gonna call 911.
rainbow armor,
Please
dog.
stop.
That nigga gonna call 911 and snitch on you. That's gonna be his finisher.
The SWAT team gonna come and when their cars hit the arena, it's gonna hit you out the way.
Hell yeah. So shit.
It's gonna be a repeat of Icon. He's gonna be the only person who fights like an icon.
Stop it. All right, so I'm gonna switch it up. Let's take it to. I wanted to talk about Ruby. I actually want to talk about Ruby.
All right.
Well,
Talk.
first I'm gonna ask this question because I don't know how far y'all are because I've already finished it. But how far are you in there?
Midway through the recent season, I'm at the part where the party, where they was doing not the party, but the election, and stuff went south.
Okay.
And Penny just had her little episode where she was basically kind of framed for killing something.
I don't fuck with.
I'm
how
at
they
the
keep
part
treating Penny
where Yang was leaving from her dad's house after she got used to having a metal arm.
like that. Okay, so you're in the previous season. Your previous two,
Yeah.
you're 2 seasons back actually. Okay. okay. D Montreal, have you watched any of it?
No.
I tried to tell him. I really did. I swear.
That's okay. It's okay because, like I said, I can talk about it without going anywhere with as far as like details about where the story's going.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to really bring up about it is just general thoughts on the direction you guys see it heading in at this point, since y'all haven't finished it.
As much as I like it, I feel like right now what they're trying to do is just kind of give everybody like a big backstory before we get back to what it used to be.
But they didn't do that though.
I mean, because it's like, okay, first we visited the school, and then it was everybody happiness, and then you found out that the school is not all this big. Then we went to Ruby for a little bit. Then we went to, we had a whole season based on where Blake lived. And then we had another...
But is it really backstory just by showing what's currently happening, or is it backstory when you go back into the past of the characters?
Okay,
That's the
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Character development is probably a better word for it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not them, you know, giving us backstory. It's more just, I feel like they're trying to let every character, you know, kind of find themselves when they have to revisit, you know, where they came from in current times now and see what the deal is. Because I feel like right now is kind of a Weiss season. She's basically at her hometown, and now she's basically trying to, I guess, go against her dad with her sister type deal.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I ain't trying to tell it completely like.
Oh no, you ain't telling nothing. That's like the main parts of the story. That ain't the
Okay.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying. I'm
You ain't- you
real.
left
I'm
out
being real
plenty of
careful
stuff.
what I say right now.
Nah, bro, you ain't said nothing really, babe. Where's that black guy?
But yeah, as far as it goes,
Stop that.
I still enjoy it, and I still would put it under one of my favorite shows to watch. Like, I can watch it and, you know, be cool with what I get. And the fight scene, I know, you know,
Okay,
the fight scenes ain't the same.
That's what I was gonna say
but
next.
they are still pretty good.
I will say this. I do love the series and I want it to do well, but it needs way better plot development. Like Darrell just said, it needs. They need to sit down before they keep going with the story and flesh it out correctly.
But it's
Because-
really awkward a lot of times.
Right. Stuff that's just not. It doesn't flow correctly, and then you wonder, like, all the stuff that's going on with the characters. There's no reference to some of their actions because there's no development behind why they're doing some of the stuff they're doing.
I mean,
Like, there's a general plot of why they're doing it, yeah, but how is what's happening around the characters affecting them, and what are their personal reasons for wanting to go in this certain direction, you know?
I mean, I think it literally is probably, it may boil down to the fact that when Ruby was made, it probably wasn't thought of to go out and be such a grand theme story arc the way it's
Correct.
being done. 'Cause,
Correct, I can agree with those.
when I don't know if you guys ever saw, I know I told read about them, the Dread Fantasy Flash animations back in YouTube's infancy. Like the guy who animated those, he was the one who originally. Yep.
Yeah, we were just talking
that
about
was
him
his-
prior to you getting here too, yeah.
But he, I feel like when he started animating Ruby, it was his thing
That's
to
his
make
baby.
his own original characters to go in and do that with. It's just when it got picked up by Rooster Teeth, and they was like, you know what, let's give it a storyline. He's like, okay, let's give them more reasons of why they're actively kind of doing what they do, but it was probably more so to just give more context to why they were fighting and how they were animating them. So it spiraled out of control. It's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like how you think of like Star Wars is going to be like how he's like, man, they made it and they didn't expect it to be as popular, or they didn't expect it to do everything, or even think of Kingdom Hearts the same way, where they made the first one and it was like, okay, this would be good for one time, and then now you realize that everybody wants so much more than you had initially planned on trying to do, and now you're just kind of scrambling and trying to bring more things into the universe, flesh out a story, give backstory, give character arcs, and you end up with a convoluted story that feels like there's tons of plot holes. And
Right.
I mean,
And it, you know, of course, it doesn't help that, you know, Monty passed away like prior to the third season even starting. So
yeah,
who knows if this is even a direction he wanted to take the story in? On top of that, that's the
Yeah.
problem. You know,
we can say that it's probably not.
Probably not. But the thing is, we'll never know either. So you have to hope that they do a good job in his memory on making it work. And they make it work, but not well. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not horrible, but it's also not great. It could be improved in a lot of different ways, you know? And that's just, as a fan, that's me being honest about it, you know?
But I'm gonna still buy all their t-shirts because they ain't took it down to the ground yet. Yes, sir.
Oh, no,
I'm like, once I see that first scene where it's like, oh, what was this? I'm gonna go ahead and have to put them shirts up for refund. I'm gonna be selling them on eBay. Search me up at Dread Helson on eBay. You will see those shirts up there if this show goes down into the dirt.
Is it actually Dread Helson on eBay? Is that the whole name? Dread Helson on eBay?
I mean, nah. I mean, even if it goes down the drain, man, like what you like.
Yeah, I mean, no one's telling you not to watch the show. I'm just speaking from my opinion on it because I've watched a ton of anime. I've read a lot of different stories. I look into some deeper things when it comes to storytelling, and I can tell you when a story could be improved in a lot of different ways. And that's from someone that wants the series to do well. Not someone that hates it and they should cancel it. No, that's not it. I want the series to do well in the memory of the creator.
Okay,
so I want them to push out more,
So let me ask this question, and this is actually gonna probably circle into a Rooster Teeth conversation. Most of Rooster Teeth shows have been, they had their action, but they have really just been kind of comedy, most of.
Yeah.
So I'm like, even though this show has kind of took a turn to, it seems like after season 3 and after that whole Beacon, the fall of Beacon, it seemed like it tried to get really serious. Do y'all think that the show was originally supposed to be as serious as they tried to make it, or that they was making it now? Because at first I kind of just felt like it was like a cool show, dope fight scenes, and it was just kind of like, we want to be hunters, the usual.
Well, I do think that Monty had an idea in mind that it wasn't going to be all sunshine and flowers the entire time. Stories, for good stories, they have to take a dark turn at some point.
Yeah, but I don't. It's like
that one is. I do think he had that in mind because you gotta remember he did work on the 3rd season before he died, so it's not like he wasn't aware of where the story was going to go. He knew that the story was going to get darker. So I think that his idea was for it to go in a more serious direction after season 3. Unfortunately, we just don't get to see his full vision of it because he passed away. Like, it could have been a lot darker than it is now. With the death of certain characters, I'm not gonna say any names, but with the death of certain characters, it definitely swapped where you thought the story was going, because some of the characters that die, you feel like you needed them characters, and for good storytelling, you got to get rid of the characters that you feel like you need. That's just the reality,
Speaking
those
of
are people that save the story every time, and you can't have someone that's gonna save you every time in a good story. It takes away suspense.
Speaking of terms and stuff like that, just to say how I like them, well, just to agree with that point, there's been, like, just in anime in general, like, when you start the anime, you think, like, man, it's gonna be just a certain way, and then by, like, 2 to 3 episodes in, something happens, and then the anime makes a turn that pulls you in more. So, I'm not, like, I don't know if you guys have watched Re:Zero.
Yes, Re:Zero?
Yeah.
That's my show, bro.
That show, like, when it starts off, you going to,
man.
It's not, cause everybody knows about School Days, and they know how School Days makes that turn at the end and goes dark. But
at the very beginning, bro.
Re:Zero, it starts, it's gonna be just another lighthearted, isekai anime, and then it goes into what it gets, but it's not, it doesn't start there. It goes further and further.
Darker and darker. Oh, man.
So but even still, like, I was watching this other anime recently that one of my friends put me on, Plunderer. I don't know if anybody's seen it.
I've not heard of that one, but I'm gonna watch it.
I heard of it, and it's in my watch list, but I have not touched it, and I don't know what it's about.
Yeah,
everybody in here now. Yeah, everybody in here now.
I started watching it just last night when he came through, and it started the first episode, and it's like, oh, so this is lighthearted character. He's going through just being his joke self, and then a few episodes in, it's like, whoa, okay, there's a change. And then more episodes in, whoa, another change. Now I'm just as confused as everything else is.
Right, you're stuck in there now. You got to see how it goes. You have to see how it ends now.
I'm just regretting it. yeah, I'm regretting it more now because it's not a completed anime. Me, I don't like watching animes that are in season, so now I'm stuck waiting until they finish it. So
Yeah. All right.
I blame him for
What you
putting me in
talking
this
about?
limbo.
Say what
Plunderer.
up to the people first.
Yeah, we talking about his fans.
Oh, you already up to 13?
Yeah.
We already in it, dog. Just say what up to the people.
The
I mean,
homie
I
here
thought
ain't
you
said nothing
would
yet.
stop for a while, because that's usually what you do.
For me? Question mark?
No, he's talking about me. Typically, most anime I'll start it and I may not binge it completely, but I just wanted to watch it just for reason, so I just kept with it.
I mean, why not? You don't have to have a reason to watch anime, you know? You don't have to have a reason for anything, really. Do
How,
what you want.
how do you feel about the bait and switch, though?
I like it. I mean, in anime when it's done well, I actually do like it because it makes it brings for good depth and it makes it so that way you don't go in and you don't feel like it's just it's just gonna be another one of these again. I personally like it.
What he said. What he said. Alright, that's all I wanted to do was talk about that for a second. We can swap subjects now. I just had to get that out of the way. As someone that loves that series, but you know, can't really say I agree with the direction it's taken, but it, you know, of course I don't get paid to make it, so I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Right. So,
It's facts.
I'm
I'm
about
still
to-
gonna watch it.
We about to tackle. Wow. Yep. Already messed up. We about to tackle the elephants in the room without saying it, so we won't get the little flag on YouTube because we cannot say the word that starts with a C. So, the virus.
The Resident Evil virus.
Yeah, that one. That one.
The
So,
RT
the
virus.
The umbrella virus.
You talk
The
about
umbrella
the
virus.
T virus. Cool.
The T
Cool.
virus.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, the T
Yeah.
virus.
Y'all know what we talking about. Y'all know.
All right, so Anime Expo has said it is with heavy hearts that we are announcing the cancellation of AX 2020. Our utmost concern for the health and safety of the community. This was one of the most difficult decisions we ever had to make because of the T virus. Now, with this T virus going on, we were supposed to be clearing up, but they saying that now it's getting to a critical part where we got to start wearing masks. If you don't wear masks, you're getting in trouble, fines, all that, and it starts tonight at 12. The day of this being recorded is April 17th on Friday, 2020. All right. And it says that Florida is talking about reopening beaches tonight, which I'm like, y'all kind of the worst one. And we just
man,
go.
look.
How do we feel about the situation that we in and where it's going? And I want to kind of rush through this because I don't want to spend too much time
Can
on
I
it.
start this one?
Go for
He
it.
losing money.
Can I start this one?
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
start this one. So, straight up, it's a dumbass idea. It's a dumbass idea. I'm just gonna say it because we are literally at the peak of where this virus is, like the death rate of the virus and how it's affecting people. I don't think it's quite ready for us to reopen anything quite yet. I would say give it another month or so. We just started flattening the line here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that it's the right time to talk about reopening. Don't get me wrong, I know that we can't stay in quarantine forever because it's not possible. People have to work and live. But it's not a good idea to reopen before you know the country is ready for it too.
Have we really started to flatten that curve? Because I could have swore they haven't tested nearly enough folks to get the accurate number for that.
Well, there you go. So that just kind of hits the point I was getting at. So no, it's a bad idea, but you know, that's the point. It's not up to us. I think it's a stupid idea, but it is what it is. You know, I'm still probably gonna be working from home regardless at this point.
Hell, I know, man, because I ain't gonna say the name, but I'm gonna call him Albert Wesker. Is
Oh my God, he's
missing,
an Albert
he's missing
Wesker.
money.
He's an Albert Wesker.
It's missing money.
That was a good. That was hilarious. That was
So,
hilarious.
so Wesker's finna open up because he losing money himself.
At least
He
Wesker
went-
got hair though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, y'all being. Oh my God.
He went from, man,
Hey,
the reason
so,
why he went from trillion to billion. He like, I don't
He
like
losing too
that.
much money, but guess what? Just because he reopens stuff don't mean people gonna go straight back to work either. Like that's the thing.
Exactly.
He can reopen whatever he wants. People are still gonna be cautious on top of that. If they
Oh,
know that
hell
this
yeah.
virus is still rampant, why are they gonna? People ain't gonna rush back to work.
To me,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think this virus already been here.
Oh, it's been here for 2 years.
So, yeah,
Yeah, I did some research on it.
I
Did some
just see like people just living in fear because of the T virus, because Albert Wesker and them, and the whole Umbrella Corp.
What's
went haywire. So yeah,
that is golden. Oh man, I am going to post that on Facebook, and no one's gonna know what I'm talking about.
Bruh.
No one's gonna. I was like,
It's
man, they
gonna
was
be
like,
inside
is
for
this man
us.
really talking about Resident Evil right now? No, I am not. Believe it or not, I am not.
Might as well be talking about it.
I mean, it seems like that's
Right,
what,
though.
what
You're
it's
right.
turning into.
Hey,
San
the
Diego
list is gonna
Comic
show up
Con also
eventually.
got canceled.
yeah, that kind of broke. Cause there was a notification on my phone about that Comic Con
Hey.
canceled.
What
Who's
about
gonna be
E3 being
Nemesis?
canceled? What y'all think about that?
Is that when Shaq gets it?
I don't care about no one.
I know. I was gonna say the same.
I don't know,
just wanted to get y'all
man.
opinion on it, bro.
It was a game that I wanted to see, and it was gonna be at E3. Now I can't see it, so
Well,
fuck it.
that was one of the subjects I had on. This.
Alright,
It was they're saying that they're gonna do E3 digital because, as you know, this year they said they were gonna try something different anyway.
I mean,
PlayStation-
they're not playing Twitch anyway.
Well, attendance has
Ooh.
been down at E3 for the last like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
too,
so they were trying to do a digital.
Xbox says they doing something like E3. So I want to see what they gonna talk about. PlayStation.
Sony been doing theirs.
Yeah,
I mean,
Nintendo
Nintendo
been
been
doing
ha-
theirs.
yeah. I'm like
Nintendo's been having their mini directs like 3 times a year practically.
Right.
showing
So
new
I mean,
games,
it's not like
new content, all
I
that.
appreciate it. Yeah, it's not like we're really missing anything in particular when it comes to these kind of events, but you know, I'm not saying they're not valuable because some people, this is the main thing that they look forward to all year is E3, and I'm not saying don't like it. You know, I'm just saying that there are other conferences that are hosted throughout the year at this point to where is E3 really a necessity? You know,
That's the
and
big
I'm
question.
not saying it's not. Because for those outlets that are not hosting those particular games that might show up at E3, it is. But you can't deny that things have changed. In the age of digital
Babylon.
where everything can be streamed, it's a lot different, you know?
Babylon Fall. That's the game I wanted to see.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I saw the trailer for that. I was like, oh, that shit's gonna be good.
That's what I wanted to see, and they was gonna be at E3 to show more, and got to wait.
Yo,
Alright,
I'm
so
gonna
let me-
point this game out real quick, just real quick. So I don't know if anyone else saw this game, but it looks interesting, and I kind of want to try it. Biomutant looks interesting.
Yeah, yes
Looks
and no.
interesting. I was like,
I was
Looks
like,
interesting.
I
Talking
think I
about,
wanted to
bro.
try it because it does look like, you know, a platformer, but I feel like it's
Right.
gonna have some Dark Souls elements to it, and if that's the case,
Right.
I'm good on it.
Biomutant is this game that they put a trailer out for last year, and essentially it's like you're playing with like a humanoid cat, but you can customize them and to do whatever you want. And the combat in it's actually pretty cool from what I can tell so far, unless they change it in the time frame of them actually releasing it or not. But it looked pretty interesting. It was around the time where I was looking for stuff for Cyberpunk 2077. What's up, babe?
The cool thing about that too is depending on the way you shape them and the physique you make them will also depend on his abilities and how quick he can move,
Right.
how slow he is he strong, is he weak. It all depends on how you shape him as you create him. Like, so
Excuse me.
when you're creating him, you know, the height and how you want him to look, the way you make him look physically is the way he's gonna, you know, respond.
And that's why I thought it was interesting. I was like, that's going to be a really interesting concept to see how the actual appearance of your character determines some basic features of like strengths and weaknesses of that character. That's why I was like, this seems like a very interesting premise. So hopefully it delivers. But that's just something I want to bring up. I don't know if anyone else knew about that game, but it's pretty interesting.
Nope, did not know about it actually.
Yeah, look it up on YouTube. You'll find plenty of trailers for it. There's actually like a 30-minute gameplay demo on it too, I believe.
I have not seen the gameplay demo.
Yeah, man. Straight up. I looks for stuff. I looks for my shit.
Like I said, if
You
it's gonna
guys
be
trying to see
anything like
Jack
Dark
tonight?
Souls, I'm good.
See what?
Anybody trying to see Jack tonight?
You trying to run some hands just so you can beat up on somebody while he on his podcast? We can't do that, bro.
Right.
I'm messing with you. I'll probably run you some
Like
hands.
this man is over here trying to start chaos on the podcast.
Right on
We on the same
side, but you
team
know
right
what?
now.
Bro, he just trying to break it up before we even get started. We just got here.
But
Already trying to get at creative differences. I don't appreciate it, bro.
all right, this man just gonna throw Jack out there. That's the real elephant in the room right now. Yo, Jack.
Yeah, man. Playing around like he don't know what he doing.
Right. He
Man,
knew
what's wrong
exactly
with
when
him?
he came in here.
Nothing. That's the point.
He's big and
He a
slow.
beast. Nah. Don't be playing that he big and slow stuff with us, sir. We know you. He
Right, you
big
might
and
be
slow
able
all
to
he
run
want.
that to casuals,
Right.
but we
Right, you
know.
We know you different from that. He big and slow don't mean nothing. He got movesets that make up for big and slow real quick.
Got that face, that paw in the face thrust.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mm. But
He don't get tired. Kevin Gates.
He a robot. He can't get tired.
His cells might need to recharge. You never know.
I don't believe you, sir. Stop it. Get out of here.
I done heard it all, people.
That man has infinite battery packs around here.
actually, speaking of which, how do you guys feel about people who downplay their
They're what? Their main characters?
Alright, you phased right through that shit. If he started texting or something,
Who?
this might
I think-
completely went out.
Yeah.
Okay, I lost my
I'll be-
headset.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I actually want to answer that question, but you'll have to re-ask it for me.
All right, because like I'm not gonna front. I am definitely one of those people. So I
Yeah,
want
do
to
what?
just I'll re-ask it once virtual gets back
Okay,
because
'cause I didn't.
yeah, my
hear that
headset cut
question.
out because I was starting up Tekken, and you already know how Tekken is for me.
Yep, I knew it.
Same for me, dog. Since I
I
got
was
my
like,
mix amp,
you
it
must
does
have
the
started up
exact same
second.
thing. But while we waiting for him to get back before we go into the question, Dead by
just see.
Daylight is now available on mobile devices, and Streets of Rage 4 is officially coming out on April 30th. Do anybody care about those two before I start?
I'm about to say,
Streets of Rage
one of
4.
us always playing Dead by Daylight, so that's pretty cool.
I'm a big ass wimp, so you're not gonna catch me playing Dead by Daylight. But Streets of Rage 4
Yes.
potentially.
Sir. Alright, that's what. Okay, so I'm not the only Streets of Rage fan. So let me go ahead and geek out with you right quick, Shadow. So basically, they bringing all the characters back from the old games, which is what they showed today on the reveal date trailer. That's the art style, so you already know that's cool. And they're bringing back
pixel
the.
art, yep.
They're bringing back the 1v1s, the 2v2s, and the free for all going against all the homies. They bringing back the arena basically that you could do on Streets of Rage 2, if I'm not mistaken, where you could fight each
Speaking
other.
of arena, this is gonna be a really obscure game to mention. But have you guys? There's a GameCube game that's really obscure, Custom Robo. I mean, have any of you ever played Custom Robo?
I played it on.
Never
PC.
had a GameCube.
Me either.
Gosh,
Played it on
I really got
PC.
asked about that because Custom Robo was kind of like the early like arena shooter. That kind of makes you think about Gundam at the same time because it was kind of like it was a mixture of like arena shooters and probably like a Metabots game because you guys know Metabots, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it was pretty much that because you build your little robots, you put them in like a virtual thing, and then they go through and they kind of run around, they shoot stuff. When I think about that game, I just think about Gundam. I was like, you know what? I feel like arena games, like arena fighters and stuff like that, because I know we was talking about it earlier. They had such a great base, probably from the earlier thing, and it just fell short every time they tried to do other stuff with it. Because I remember I used to actually like arena games. Because you mentioned Def Jam and then all those other games. I was like, you know what?
Power
Custom
Stone.
Robo is definitely another one. Power Stone is definitely another one too.
That's a good
But-
question. Like, there is a lot of arena games that we consider good. We just get them.
It's just lately, it's just, and I think it does come down to execution in that camera angle because, like Virtual said, if you're not winning and you're on the opposite side, you're kind of screwed.
I think that's just kind of where games come to, because it seems like with a lot of these arena games, they're trying to make it more cinematic than actually fun to play. That's kind of seems to be the trend right now.
Yeah, they are trying to make them more cinematic. I mean,
I just got a notification.
I'm like, because let's think about it.
Apparently.
Well, so, would Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi be considered an arena game?
you said Tenkaichi?
Yes.
I would say so.
Okay, but let's think about that. It wasn't really flashy with any cutscenes for real, but it was still fun and it worked. And I'm like, Def Jam too. Def Jam didn't have really too many cinematic cutscenes, but it worked. Power Stone. Power Stone only had the cutscene where you get all the stones and you do your little transformation. And one that is underrated that I don't think many people talk about, Urban Reign. I don't think I ever seen a cutscene for Urban Reign when it comes to mid-fight, cinematics. But Urban Reign was probably one of my more favorable arenas. It was basically the Def Jam for Tekken. It was the Tekken made Def Jam. That's what I looked at Urban Reign as.
I could take that.
But I feel like it's our fault too, because we're still paying for these games, and when they're
man.
is like we can't be mad, but we can't. We can be mad because
Gamefly, bro.
Yeah.
We
No,
can a
shit.
little.
Huh?
I said Gamefly, bro. Rent them shits.
exactly. Or Redbox, hell, that's easy.
Yep.
Rent it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. I guarantee the game developers get their stuff in order for real, especially Bandai Namco, and only with their anime games. Bandai Namco have been making some decent games that's not anime, but they anime games have been boy.
See, that's the issue, man. Bandai Namco is their anime games. They do fall short, but you get into the flagship games like it's an unknown series or an underknown series, but their Tales of series. That's kind of where they put their A team at every time they make one of those games. Like it's like I don't know if any of you ever played Tales of Berseria or Tales of Vesperia on the PS4, but you could tell that Namco Bandai.
Bandai Namco?
Yeah.
Help them out. Help them out.
Thank you. You could tell that they put their A team in the development of that game, because literally the combat flow, the game storyline, voice acting, the dubbing as well, even in the English dubs of it, it all comes together very well. Like Tales of Berseria, as far as their most recently released one on a flagship console, it's the best one, and all their original games aged well. Like you can go back and play like the original Tales of Destiny or even the ones on like NES, Tales of Fantasia, and because of how they built the games and how they made the gameplay rhythm go, they all aged well. And because of that, I just feel like they're anime games and they trying to get your money off of My Hero One's Justice 2. Yeah, they fall short there. They definitely try to get them hype bucks. But
Somebody said they was gonna pay for it.
So, one thing that I wanted to bring up now that we kind of made our way back to this subject, what I heard, I won't say the person's name or say my sources because I don't want them to get
Put
in
them on
trouble with
blast.
this. No, I don't want to say because this could affect their job.
Put a fake name.
Marcus, we have.
Okay, Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah, Marcus Phoenix. All right, what he told me is that.
What up? What
I
missed?
forgot.
Sorry.
But no, we're using a code name for somebody. I'm not trying to get in trouble. Marcus Phoenix.
I would have said
he
Oreo,
said
but okay.
we probably should have
Alright,
went that
quick
name.
question before. I'm sorry, I don't want to make you forget, but I gotta get this before I forget. So, what was your question, Darrell?
Oh, he hasn't
Oh.
asked it. He held it because you were gone. And he didn't. So.
It's about what do you think about people downplaying their main something? Or I guess you're saying main character in fighters, I was assuming.
No, not their main character, but like, so let's say you going to this room or this fight club or fight night and anything like that. You got to go against one person, and you probably made a big kill on the block, and then you go out there and everybody's like, man, this dude's real quiet. Like, I know some people like trash talking in games, but How do you feel about people that downplay their things? So they actually do like the opposite of trash talk. They'd probably be like, man, I'm trash at this game, or man, I'm not really all that good. I don't really pick up all that much. How do you feel about people like that?
Oh, they like to hustle folks, bro. I
Mhm.
hustle folks. Like, I got accused of doing that once. You know, Shadow being Mage. So I told him, because this is when I first got back into playing Tekken. I told him I hadn't played the game in a long time. Now, when I say this, that does not mean I can't play the game. I told him I played most of them growing up, so it's not like I'm lying when I say I have experience with the game. I just haven't played it in a long time, so that was the truth. Well, I ended up sweeping him a couple times, and he's like, nah, you finna get the full thing. I was like, bro, you shouldn't have came at me with the bullshit in the first place. Like, no one told you to take it easy on me. Because I don't
That's
take
true.
it easy on you. I don't take it easy on you. I'm not going to. I'm sorry. That's why if I have to play with people that don't play the game, I don't play. I'd rather watch them play because it's no fun to just whoop up on people like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm being straight up. Like, a fighting game loses all its fun when you're constantly winning. You want the
True.
competition. That's the whole
Yeah.
purpose of a fighting game. You want people to be able to contest what you're doing.
Yep, you're right. Because really, I'm just that same. I'm that type of person. I'll be good at a game, but because I don't want to discourage people from fighting, I will always downplay what I can do in every fighting game I do play. Even if I'm good at it, I'd be like, man, I'm just decent at the game. So, man, I know a little bit, or I would just say I suck. Because the thing is, you look at my ranking and stuff online. Cause I don't do rank battles online.
Right.
Then that's all you probably have to go off of.
Which I can't say that I disliked it about you, because you're the reason I started playing Dragon Ball Fighters. I'm greatly thankful for it.
What?
Because Dragon Ball Fighters, if I would have never
Daniel
got
does
back
not agree
into
with that
it,
statement.
I probably would have never thought.
Daniel
that it
does
was
not
good.
agree with that statement at all.
I think there was.
Daniel does not agree with that one. He said, what?
Nah, I think there was some Tekken going on right there.
Oh,
Yeah, there was some pure
Some
Tekken
fuckery.
shenanigans.
Some fuckery? Oh, man. Alright, well, toss me an invite for a match. I'll run some hands with you.
I already did.
Oh, see, my man. You already knew what I was on.
But
Man, that was the ultimate fuckery.
The ultimate. Damn.
all right, we're running on the
Alright,
hour,
so,
we still got a good thing.
Razor went right through the body,
Damn.
like
I got a
Murata's
notification.
finger.
No, I'm just watching it.
Oh,
'cause I
no,
don't want the
Daniel, that's
episode
not
to
as
be
bad.
too
You
long.
remember the time where I jumped through your attack and still hit you?
I was gonna say because I got a notification talking about Cyberpunk coming out with their own Xbox system.
I will pay for it.
That shit actually looked kind of dope. Not even
Cybers
gonna
of the
lie.
punks.
It looks dope as shit.
All right, but okay, so we talked about that. What
Hold on
was
a
I
second.
saying?
Before I do this, let me make sure that this thing is not fucking up on some shit.
Hold
I'm
up.
gonna try to control.
What
Yep,
was
it
I
is.
saying?
I'm glad I did that before I did this. Let me restart
Oh,
this
we was
game
talking
and
about
plug this in.
Marcus Phoenix, a homie.
Not me.
Yeah, not you.
me.
But Marcus Phoenix, who may or may not be very knowledgeable of what's going on at Bandai Namco, said that the reason
much
why a lot of the
Are you talking about the guy from Gears of War 3, bro?
that's his code name.
Code name.
'Cause I don't want to get him
You
in
talking about
trouble.
the guy? You talking about the guy from Gears of War, bro? That nigga was crazy, bro. He lost his best friend by the last game, bro. It was cold. It was cold, bro.
I mean, he alive in
Then
this
his
story.
son had to take over the story, bro. His son had to take over. But they ain't the same, bro. They ain't the same.
It was never the same after 3 or after 2.
Hey, man.
3.
Straight up though,
No, I'm talking about.
the guy that always died in every game except for the third one that was a part of that those list of brothers. It's fucked up, bro.
Oh my. But the reason why he said that, you know, a lot of these anime games do seem rushed is because they are, and the reason why it don't seem to be doing any better, and that's because from what I heard, he was like they have a year contract, so they are required to put out an anime game every year for some of the anime contracts that they have.
Okay, so
And
that
here-
sounds like the
here's-
same thing that we got from like Call of Duties and stuff like that.
but, yeah, and here's the thing about that. If that's gonna be the case, then why not make an engine that works specifically based around the arena fighters you want to put out? that it's geared particularly for that gameplay style, and then you can build the rest of the game around it.
Well, I think
Yeah, 'cause I'm not
most of
gonna lie.
most of those are just cookie cutter games with just a little bit of flair added to them.
Storm engine, bruh.
Yeah, I'm
So
I'm
like
not
they
gonna lie.
they could essentially rework that system they already have and make it a fuck ton better, and then do the same thing, which is fine because the games are gonna be good at that point.
And I'm not gonna lie, like
Jared,
I was
what
looking
was
at
you
that JoJo's game, and that's an arena fighter, but that one seemed different, and I'm not gonna lie, that one was like kind of sparking my
I might
interest, and
pick
I haven't
I
even
might
finished
pick it up.
JoJo.
Oh yeah, what season are you on, good sir? Now that you mentioned that,
We ain't gonna talk about it on stream.
come on, bro, come on,
I'm
come
still
on,
on season 1.
come on. You brought it up, so now
I'm not
since
even
you
gonna-
brought it up, see you capping. See, that's the problem. Can't be with the fuckery, bro. and
No,
not
I said that
expecting
though. I was like, I
ass.
haven't even finished it, but I was like, just watching that still made me want to play it though.
But my question is though, what season are you on? You didn't answer my question yet.
Yeah, I said season 1.
Oh, you still in season 1? Damn, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been watching it. Work been
You
crazy.
gotta. I'm telling you, bro. It gets better after it gets better in season 2. Honestly, once you get past battle tendencies, it's gonna. Once you get to the second series or the third season, that's a whole different. It's a whole different setting.
Is that the futuristic stuff or something like that?
Not really futuristic, but it's more modern.
Okay, because I've been hearing about that.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that, bro.
Because I'm not even gonna lie, I watched it and I was done with it, but you told me I have to make it through season 1, and you the only reason why I watched it.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you these facts because I'm telling you I had the same experience when I first tried to watch it, the very first time I tried to watch it. And what I had to do was I had to just leave the shit on the TV.
Oh yeah,
And
let me
just
say
let
something
it
about
play
to
and
some
watch.
people on Twitter right quick. Yo, if
Nah.
you don't like that I don't like One Piece, you can literally suck my left nut. Leave me alone.
He said the left one and not the right, so the right one must be for the sweeties apparently. It's crazy. It's crazy.
For real, bro, it bothers me because I have an opinion. Everybody want to, say something to me. Because
Fuck your
there was a
opinion.
post and it was like, how many One Piece stands do we have?
Fuck your opinion.
I was like, I'm not even gonna comment because I'm not one of them, so there's no need for me to comment. And I saw another one, and it was like, if you don't like One Piece, comment here. I was like, it's not that I don't like One Piece, I just can't be asked to watch more than 1,000 episodes of pure filler, because there's not. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of fights in One Piece, but I was like, most of it is filler from what I tried to look at.
Well, here's the thing. It is, but it's not filler because all those episodes that are filler have character development for side characters that are relevant to the story. So, it's not.
Yarn.
It's actually all you're fine if you skip through stuff, but there's less context to what's going on.
Yawn. I'm not watching.
I mean,
it.
I get you. I get you. I'm not. It's hard for me to get back into it because that's a lot of fucking episodes to watch. I'm gonna be watching this shit for years to try and catch up. At this point, I might as well let the damn series finish and then just go on a long adventure of watching it over the next few years.
I had a girl
You know what
who
I'm saying?
said she watched the series 3 times and it takes her 6 months to watch through it, and she's watching it again.
Yeah, man. It's
I'm like-
it's a long ass fucking series, and the thing is, you have to be watching that day in and day out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get bored as fuck watching that shit back to back to back. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And that's the only thing. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say that One Piece is just complete trash, because that I would be lying if I just said that, because I don't know, because I haven't watched enough of it. And I was honestly done when I heard that my boy Ace died. I was like, that's the only character that I really liked in this show.
I mean, but we just talked about death of big characters that changed the story.
Yeah,
That was
man,
one of
we-
those necessary evils, unfortunately. The character that you love the most
Have
had
die.
to go. Had to go.
Hey, watch me
Because
start some
you ain't gonna get a good
controversy
story
and
without it.
watch me get death threats in my inbox. Should have been Luffy.
I mean, I get you, because when Ace died, it fucked me up too, and it made it hard for me to get back into it. But the thing is, he had to die for better character development for Luffy. He had to remove that safety net.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I go on record for saying that I didn't give a goddamn about Ace dying?
That's okay, because that's all in opinions, and you know what? I like that opinion because it's controversial.
I mean,
I mean,
shit, motherfuckers die.
Niggas die every day.
I just can't stand.
Niggas die every day.
I just can't stand any series that has over 1,000 episodes. Well, over
That,
500
and that's
episodes.
my
Let me
thing.
say that.
It's too
I
fucking
mean,
long.
but-
It's
but
too
everybody
fucking
loves
long.
Dragon
Yeah,
Ball.
Fairy Tail ended at 3,
Dragon
and I
Ball
was
Z.
like, it barely made it with me.
I'm not
Dude.
gonna lie, man. Dragon Ball Z is literally on the outskirts of my
it's on the
favorite
out-
for that reason.
I like Dragon Ball.
What it do? What up?
Hey, but
Like,
Boom.
I'm not about to say it's
Check.
it's not like the best
But-
show ever, but that is one of my favorites, and I think it's just because it started me on anime. And I know that I can get some brainless fun because they don't even know what they be fighting for half the time. They just like, hey, you strong? Let's fight.
Ugh.
yeah, I mean, all things considered, I feel like Dragon Ball Z. The reason why the reason why I say I don't mind it being good is because, and even One Piece, because sometimes when you get an anime, it got like 1-2 seasons. It gets to the end of their story arc, but it technically isn't over. You kind of want to see more what happened in that world.
Yeah.
I can see the allure of having a series that goes on longer, or probably seeing like, you know what, this main character goes and he becomes strong, he saves the world, but you can tell there's still stuff out there. You kind of want to see what happens with those characters afterwards. But I mean, but then you don't want to just have no slice of life crap after an action anime, because that's essentially what you're gonna get after they've gotten through all the little bad guys, that he got the girl or she got the dude. So Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball, and One Piece are essentially what happens when you kind of want to see your characters grow and progress more and more and get stronger, but they just got to make more crap for them to deal with every time. So it just feels like, okay, so who's the next person that has like the power to destroy the
beautiful
universe?
fuckery.
Let me ask you
I
a
don't
question. Do
appreciate
you
that.
feel that that's the route that My Hero is going to be going?
I hope not.
Nope. I personally feel like it's not going to go that way immediately, but I feel like My Hero is going to pull more of a Naruto thing.
Okay.
I mean, they
Where
kind of already are when they have
Look.
when you have Bakugo and Midori being your main stays there. You know.
Yeah, and the reason I say that is because the thing that My Hero is doing, that it makes me feel like it is Naruto thing, because it's
Oh, beautiful.
it gives you it
Beautiful.
gives you an arc to actually see
Let me
not
see.
only
I gotta
the
get this stuff
side
together.
of like the heroes, but they also, depending on if you did the anime, they actually show you the villain arc, so you kind of can see how the villains progress as well. And because of that, it means that you get a lot more
Oh, nice.
story.
That's the burn.
But that's why it's probably not, it's going to do more of Naruto, because Naruto tried doing that when they went through all their little character arcs, and they went and showed you Sasuke and his little group when he was not with the lead village. So they did. I feel like they did that similar thing in that, but Naruto also. I don't think Naruto. I mean, if you count Shippuden and regular Naruto, I think altogether did reach 500 episodes, but they at least got to a conclusion. I feel like Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball, One Piece, they're going to be animes that they're never going to get to a conclusion, because they're
Oh
going to
no, Fairy Tail
Tail
been
ended.
ended.
Yeah.
Oh, it did end?
Fairy Tail ended a long time ago.
Man,
Like at
Nah,
320
man.
episodes? I went at
stop
320?
telling those lies, bro.
No,
Nah.
it's done. It's over. Like, completely.
320?
Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. They had a time skip and everything.
Yeah, I'm still on
Yeah.
podcast right now, babe.
Okay. I may have saw like an episode higher than 500 on Fairy Tail once, and that's why I was like, man, I'm not watching this
I
at
mean,
all.
I can't
Did
see
you
it,
look at
babe.
Crunchyroll?
Nah, I haven't looked at Crunchyroll. I
I was about to
I
say
have other sources of anime.
Crunchyroll. Oh, cough, cough. Allegedly.
I mean, I didn't say Funimation either, but you know.
I mean, like I said, allegedly. We ain't
Are you
gonna-
on? Are you on Verb, my guy? Are you on Verb?
Hey, shh.
Verve.
We ain't
Oh wait,
snitching.
we can't
No
say names on
snitching.
here. I forgot.
No snitching.
Oh, I'm snitching. How am I snitching? That's
Well, we-
see bullshit.
You
Bro.
gonna
That's
get-
not fair. That's how,
You gonna bring
I got-
attention to him.
Right. The FBI gonna be knocking on this man's door. We heard about this verb, sir. What is that?
I mean, that's like a mainstream. Oh, why did I choose this man?
Oh, you know, fucked up.
I did. I fucked up so bad. I fucked up so bad.
But yeah, all things
Yeah,
considered,
please bring me one.
I was about to say.
I
'cause
do feel like,
Okay, go.
I was gonna say, I feel like the animes, when they go long, is because they know that people love that universe and they want to see more in it.
Man, I
So I
do.
can't blame them for making them longer.
Right.
That's all.
And I can't be mad at it, but Jesus Christ, for anyone that wants to actually watch it,
It's a lot
fuck.
to take in.
Yeah, fuck. That's just the episode count enough is enough to be like, I might have to skip this one. I did
Yeah,
not mean to pick him.
I was
I did
like,
not mean to pick this man.
One Piece
Letting
was
my ass swept.
not One Piece, but Fairy Tail was a short struggle for me at one point. Cause
I got
felt
through
like
a good amount of it. I ain't finished it yet though.
I finished it, but I was like the one part that I really liked was the wizard games, the magic games or whatnot.
The Wizard games were the shit, bro.
Yes, that was probably the
Wizard
best
games were
art.
fun. That was a dope ass art.
Yeah,
Oh
But-
shit! All right.
I'm a fan of Fairy Tail. I got a poster on my wall. Anybody that say that I know Fairy Tail gets hate,
Patty
but
cake.
whatever. Who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to make PlayStation
Boom.
games for Fairy Tail.
But I do know
Oh,
that,
no.
like Crunchyroll, the reason why I was saying that you probably gotta just kind of check out the
Shit.
episodes yourself, because there was
I hate that I
one-
picked him.
like they said that
I don't know any of his stuff.
they said that Hunter x Hunter had like 200 episodes or over 200 episodes.
I didn't mean
and
to do
was
that
like,
either.
What?
I did sidestep.
And I clicked it, and then I realized that
Hunter got a lot.
it's not. It's like maybe,
Hunter x Hunter got so good after Chimera Ant arc, man.
bruh. Shh.
Bro.
I am literally at the end of that arc right now, of the Chimera Ant arc.
I don't even know how I did that.
But the thing about that is like when I clicked on the actual anime on said app, it had
Oh.
English dub counting as complete episodes, even though it was only, like, for example, let's say Brotherhood is what, 64 episodes or something like that. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood 64.
Mm-hmm.
The show says it's 120 something episodes.
Yeah, it counts the dub and the sub as an episode.
Yeah.
That's why, if you look at it, it'll still show anime that are old, either old or
Oh, no.
from a season or two ago.
Yep.
They're finally getting dubs, and so they're being updated weekly, like it's got new episodes or something.
And that's the biggest okie doke ever, man. I can't stand that stuff.
Talk about it. Don't stop there. Enlighten us.
Oh
No, like I just don't like it. It's like anytime it's like the okie dokie, you think like, oh, new episodes. You gonna look at it, it's just the next dub. He's like, God damn it.
boom! Oh
Y'all got me again.
nope.
So I really thought y'all was gonna continue this story.
Yeah, because it happens to me, and it's the biggest. It's the biggest. It's,
Finish.
it's like getting anime blue balls, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, not the
Exactly
blue
what it
ball.
Cause which one? Oh, Inspector. I like that show. And granted, okay, actually, I'm not even gonna get into it. But let's talk about this. Dubbed or sub? What y'all feel about it?
I mean, whichever's available at the time, but
Right. I'm a sub first, but I do enjoy a good dub.
A good dub.
Only thing,
A good
only
one.
thing about it is, most of the time, it takes way longer for the dub to come out.
That
So
is-
you end up switching to the sub halfway through.
damn it.
Okay, so here's my thing.
Yep, you got me.
I like dub. I'm not gonna lie. I do like my dub. But I don't mind watching sub until we talk
Boom.
about Demon Slayer.
Straight through.
I
Oh, man.
finally watched the English episode of Demon Slayer, and
How you feel about it?
I cried.
Cause you didn't like it?
I did not. At all. And the Soke's
sounds
voice
like they
was
rushed
just
that
not. It was not hitting for me the same way the Japanese voice was.
I mean, that's because they get the same 4 people to do all the voice acting, man.
Well, you
Not
know,
wrong.
one of the best, one of the better male voices got kind of blackballed on some bullshit.
You talking about Johnny Young Bosch?
Talking about Broly.
Okay. I mean, you get blackballed or anything, man.
Yeah.
Told you, man. It's 2020. You gotta you
Have
can't.
to roll up on you real quick.
Bullshit.
They about to do the same thing with Chris. The dude do the voice of Vegeta.
Hey, man. They
Fuck
try,
Fuck that.
hey,
Jesus shit.
They was gonna do the
Leave that
same
alone.
thing to him.
they gonna get
I
everybody
mean,
eventually, man.
But you gotta
Nobody
think,
said.
Of course.
that man
I mean,
actually
see, they
did
got the
almost a whole
tapes.
arc of Dragon Ball Z by
Might be tight.
himself.
He fought it.
That man almost did a whole arc of Dragon Ball Z by himself. I was looking at the voices he played. This man was half the Ginyu Forest. He was
Hey.
Zarbon.
Yeah.
Bro,
Hey, we can't talk about
Let's
Draymond
figure
T
it out.
without bringing up this subject though. DBZ abridged. Come on, my guys. Let's talk about it.
I mean,
And the fact that they're done with it, unfortunately.
we lost some good people, man. But they have to stop for their reasons.
I mean, hey, I'm with it. You know, when you get that level of burnout, you don't want to keep doing something. You're gonna start hating it. And I would hate for them to hate Dragon Ball Z because they hate doing the dubs for it. You know what I'm saying? I would hate that. That'd be the worst thing I can imagine for someone that loves anime like I love anime. That's not.
Yeah, man.
That's. I'm glad they chose now to stop. I really wish we could have saw that Boo arc. But you know what? They ended on Perfect Cell, and I'm actually okay with them ending on Perfect Cell because that was supposed to be the original ending anyway. So
Yep,
But you know they're gonna come back in a couple of years
of course.
and do it.
I mean, after the burnout wears off, they gotta
Yeah.
rebuild their resilience to it, man. I mean, but
Yeah.
ending a Perfect Cell, you're right. That was supposed to be the ending of it, because that was when Gohan was supposed to be the G, and
Supposed to be the G before they fucked him up. Never mind. Let me not go into that. I ain't talk about this all day. They fucked my homie over.
Got a little taste.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
Taser lost it, bro.
Nah, I got a little taste. Something else.
Couldn't stop. Couldn't stay away from me. So I got to get a family out this one.
bruh, you don't get me started on the Gohan situation. I was arguing, I wasn't arguing, but I was complaining to Preston for like a good 3 hours on that subject alone. I'm
That's
not even
good,
gonna
man.
talk about
Gohan is. Everybody, Gohan was everybody's G, man. He's
He
the
want-
one, man.
it. This
Everybody
man
wanted
was
him
my
to get a grade.
profile picture for 3 freaking years.
Ooh, ooh.
Sounds like 3 years of wasting time, man.
It
Oh,
was.
stop it.
Oh
Stop
my
it.
God.
Stop it. Oh, I can't believe they got it.
It was. 3 years of my life I can't
Fuckery,
get back.
fuckery.
I'm good. I'm done. I'm gonna be quiet now. Y'all can take it over. Have fun. What y'all want to talk about?
Man, why are you getting your feelings that bad about Gohan?
Leave me alone.
Because that was the homie that they fucked over, bro.
Man, nah, see, what happened was he got whipped.
He did though.
Nah, man, he didn't get whipped, man. Gohan.
Man, he got a little stitch of that.
I know plenty of people that after they got something, they got better.
He didn't know. That's the point. He didn't know. He did not at all.
I mean, that was because that was the only way they could feasibly write him out, so that way they could make Goku back into the main pro tag again.
I'm just tired of Goku being the great hero. I want to see somebody else.
I want to thank you. That's my point. Like,
You know
I
what?
get
Give
it.
give Piccolo
the
the green
fans-
light right quick. Let him
The
be stepped out
fans
of the
were
year.
so overwhelmingly, that was like when they decided to kill Spider-Man.
Yep.
And I kid you not, the date, like following the release of that book, fans wrote Marvel to the point where they had to, retcon them back in there.
Right.
It was crazy.
Let me ask you a question though. Do you think anybody would be mad if Vegeta was like the great hero one time?
Yes. I think people would get so far into their feelings that they would ruin the whole series for it.
Dude, look what he did to Toppo. I feel proud of it. In the Tournament of Power.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
I
he
think
destroyed him. He destroyed him. It was so
Man,
fantastic,
I
bro.
can see Vegeta to shine, man. I love this
he
shit.
got me to tear up because
Dude,
I
he
thought he was about
needed
to
it.
do it again. He got me to tear up. A proud black man.
But straight up though,
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
get
back,
it
guys.
saying
I gotta
tattooed
take a
across
quick
my
call.
back because of that. Nah,
oh,
joking.
oh, oh, got me slipping. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
But anybody got any other current
Oh, good shit, bro. Good
events
shit.
that happened this week?
Good shit. That overhead caught me off
You said
guard,
what?
but it was good.
We have
That
any
was
other
overhead
very good
events
mix
that
in there,
happened
bro.
This week, like any other current events this week that we did not talk about.
Man,
I took my shot.
I mean,
Oh, excuse
it's
me.
time for folks getting these stimulus checks.
Yeah, they
Who?
do.
What?
I'm about to argue
Everybody,
for
everybody getting
reasons.
stimulated by the government. The economy got a little beep of life support off of
Yeah,
that.
so everybody ready to just enjoy themselves for a fucking day.
Or I mean, you gotta think about we're social creatures now, so and a lot of folks who aren't used to not making money and they're being forced to sit at home and not make money.
So what you gonna do all day? You gonna drink and you gonna talk to folks.
So you let them get a little bit of money in them,
First thing. Oh,
you're gonna
I got
go
some-
spend it.
sip
So
it.
the folks who are worried about losing money are getting money now because folks are wanting their stuff again.
Yeah, man. I mean, the service industry is the realest thing in the world, man. You may not be able to go out anywhere, but you can at least go get some food and like spend some money with some folks. You know what I'm saying? Help the people that work in restaurants and stuff. Make sure they can live. I feel it. No hate, no hate over here, cause I mean, people gotta live. People gotta
I
live.
guess when they got their money, they went straight to Popeyes, because I tried to give them some Popeyes. And,
Dude, line packed
that
out, line packed out, bro. People got paid on Wednesday, bro. I ain't never seen a line that long in my life. I'm like, man, this coming out to the street. They ain't playing right now. They ain't playing. They said, I need some chicken, bro.
The Rose is the same way. They wrapped around another restaurant, so it's
People
like,
tired of cooking. That's what it is. People got tired of cooking after the first like month.
Not even a
Yeah,
month.
for the first couple of weeks.
Exactly.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you though. I got tired of cooking too. I'm like, shit, I need some. I don't want to cook tonight, bro. I don't mind cooking, but I don't want to cook right now.
It's been some of everything else.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cook some rib tips tomorrow.
I don't know what I'm cooking tomorrow, but we got chicken, we got some steak, and then
It's
Going
stone,
gourmet
so-
tomorrow. I'm cooking up some
Yeah,
ramen
cook
noodles,
some
baby.
ramen.
Oh, y'all don't clap for me? Alright, cool.
nah.
Hey, I wouldn't
you're
mind
garbage.
some,
Garbage for that.
some
Oh man,
ramen
not the
with
Rock'em
some
Sock'em
rib
Robots
tips.
with the wings.
This man, the Rock'em Sock'em
The Rock'em
Robots.
Sock'em Robots with the wings. Ooh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Up too early.
Alright, so anything else that we forgot? Or
stay safe, wash your hands.
Yes, please wash your hands.
Common sense stuff that you should have been taught as a child. Fuck.
well, I guess
Yep.
there it is.
Stuff that you should have learned.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that being the case, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to the first episode of the Elite Forge Lounge. We will be trying to do this weekly. Like I said, this will be an ongoing series that's more about just gossip. It's something to listen to when you're at work, something to talk about. If you got questions, you can email. I said email me. No, you cannot, but you can tweet me, DM me.
Don't email me shit.
Yeah, please don't.
Don't email me
Please
shit.
don't.
Please.
got an
My
old
email got
tab.
enough going on
You
in
can
there.
email me,
But
corporate ass.
if you,
You know,
want to
if you need an
contact me,
the official set of things going on in your life, you know, you can catch me on dreadhelson@gmail.com.
right? But if
No, you
want
catch
to
me
get
at I Eat Booty Cheeks.
okay, first of all, ain't nobody eating no booty around here. Not me, not I. But you can catch me on any social media platform at dread_Helson
needs a gut.
or Dread Helson. DM me questions, anything you want us to talk about, any subjects, we'll be glad to take it. So, Virtual Ghost, give your closing statement.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Closing statements. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I have a Twitter. I don't use it, so don't worry about trying to find me on there because it's not gonna happen. I post a lot of art, a lot of photography. If you need, oh, boom.
He's playing taken.
So just if you're interested in anything like that, you know, hit the boy up.
I feel it. Shadow, closing statement.
He stepped out on a call.
That's right. Dragon, closing statement.
Yep. Well, currently I'm trying to.
Oh, boom.
I just so I'm kind of quiet, but I customize video game controllers PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. You can find me on Instagram. It's joy_4_.
No, I didn't put my shit. I did not plug my stuff. I fucked up. I fucked up. Sorry, repeat your stuff.
Joy, JOI_4, the number 4_NOIVNOIZ. I'm country. Excuse me. Those kind of run together.
Gotcha.
Hey, find me on PlayStation, Silent Dragon 2K8. If you want to run some Tekken or just want to chit chat, it is what it is.
Yeah, sorry. Coming back to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to take up 2 slots here, but Gamertag on PS4, Virtual Ghost, Virtual with that's with a capital V and a capital T _Ghost 132. If you want to run some hands, play any different games, let me know. Marcus McDowell on Facebook. I.am.sphinx on Instagram.
And
Follow
I'm
me
not
on
telling
there.
y'all my PSN because I don't want to play with y'all. Y'all not my friends. Come to my Twitch chat. That's where you can play with me. That's when I'm being friendly. Oh wait, my god dang PSN is on the damn screen. I've been playing the game.
Yeah,
this
you tried to hide
Anyway.
your identity and it didn't work, my nigga.
Anyway,
Cut it out,
Montreal,
cut it
your
out.
closing
Stop
statement.
being antisocial.
Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram. Same thing, D Montreal. Catch me on Snapchat. Same thing. Everything gonna be D
Oh,
Montreal.
shit.
It really don't matter. And gaming clips will be up. Xbox, PlayStation, D Montreal 256. Anybody want to catch Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, or just playing around? Yeah, you'll catch me on there. And I will give out the Switch, but there's just too much numbers and letters. I don't feel like
Yeah.
doing all that, so I'll be on the Switch too.
And catch my OnlyFans coming this November. Yeah.
Hey,
anyway,
sir, get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. We ain't doing that.
That's what
We ain't
we're gonna
doing
talk
that.
about on the next episode.
No, we're not gonna talk about
We're
that.
gonna
Get
talk-
your personal life
not
about
my
here, bro.
OnlyFans.
Get your
We're gonna
personal
talk
life about here, bro.
The OnlyFans
Nah,
craze.
I don't want to know about what you're doing in your spare time, homie.
Okay. And with that being said, this episode is over, and come tune next week. Goodbye.